Have a great day.
And we are in the middle.
SYR TV Syracuse, the local station. You're watching the morning news.
Good morning and welcome in. It is 5 o'clock. Rachel Polanski here with you. Brian has the morning off. It's Tuesday, January 20th, and we are in Storm Team Alert this morning. We might not see too much of it here in Syracuse, but up north in the Tug Hill, it is a much different story. Kate was also mentioning western New York getting slammed with snow this morning. Here's the thruway near Hamburg. Kate, tracking it all for us this morning.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Yeah, so we are dealing with some very heavy snowfall up north of us, out in western New York, just south of Buffalo, over near Erie, Pennsylvania. So we're in good company here in central New York, but we even have a little bit of some light snow as a result of Lake Erie. For the Route 20 corridor from Tully to Lafayette, over near Otisco and down towards Cortland, but that's going to be very minimal when it comes to accumulation compared to what is happening up north. We have like a fire hose going on. Heavy snow. Where you see the yellows, that snowfall rates as high as 2 to 3 inches per hour. Our weather watcher from Sandy Creek checked in at 7 inches about an hour or so ago. But he's also like, it's very windy, so it was hard to get a good measure. So a lot of these spots are waking up to at least 6 to 12 inches of snowfall this morning. We'll see another 6 to 12 by the end of the day. So that's going to bring a lot of you to that grand total of that 2 feet or more within that heavy snow band. All right, of course, not everyone is getting that, but everyone is cold. We are in the teens right now. You factor in that very gusty wind. It feels sub-zero for a lot of you, so really bundle up. Our wind chills are staying below zero throughout the morning. During the day, single digits, but a very blustery one. At least we get some sunshine here in Syracuse, so that's our consolation prize. Temperatures level out a little bit tomorrow. We'll have more on that in a few minutes.
Thank you, Kate. We begin with a new...
This is a Storm Team Alert, certified as Central New York's most accurate.
All right, a good Tuesday morning. You know, we've been talking so much about the cold and the snow. I do want to show you this, though, in case you missed it last night. We had a really incredible G5 geomagnetic storm last night that made the sky light up with the northern lights. So if you were lucky enough to be out at just the right time yesterday evening and had breaks in the clouds like Diane over Oneida Lake, well, then you saw a view like this with the purplish sky. Absolutely incredible. Head on over to my Facebook page, meteorologist Kate Thorne. Give me a follow if you don't already. And there you will find a whole bunch of other photos there from all of you viewers. So thank you so much for sharing all the photos that you have so far. Here's Watertown right now. So we do have some school closures and delays coming in from the Watertown North Country area. So you want to check the bottom of your screen. Sandy Creek is also closed. Not much happening in Watertown now, but you don't have to go that far south to hit that wall of snow. But everyone is cold today. Temperatures this morning are in the teens. We're staying in the teens with the air temperature, but it's all about how it feels because of a very gusty wind. We have our very strong wind from the west. It's making it feel sub-zero this morning in the single digits and only feeling more like 1 or 2 degrees for the rest of the day. Very cold air that has spilled over us. It's created some very heavy lake effect snow off of Lake Erie and then, of course, Lake Ontario. But we're in good company. All of our other lake effect friends upwind of us also dealing with a lot of this as well. But for us here, though, we have a little bit of some lighter snow coming off of Lake Erie, mostly impacting along Route 20 and south between Lafayette and Cortland. This snow is fairly light, not expecting to accumulate anything more than maybe a coating to an inch or so at best. But here's where things are really rocking and rolling, though. Sandy Creek is getting pounded with some very heavy snow. Our weather watcher has clocked in with roughly 9 to 10 inches of snow overnight. So a lot of you in this area, you're waking up to close to, if not more than, a foot of snow, and then you're going to pick up probably another foot of snow by the end of the day today, because this is going to stay very persistent, not really budging a whole lot today, and just basically kind of parking itself right at the county line. So if you have travel plans between Watertown and Pulaski, it's going to be a little bit of a rough go for you. Syracuse, we're in a bit of a sweet spot. There's really not much happening for us, where we're actually going to get some sunshine today. We are just very cold and very blustery, so make sure you're bundling up and, of course, keeping an eye on those pets with some limited lake effect coming off of Lake Erie. All right, later this evening, things are going to slowly lift itself back up north. and eventually weaken as we get ready for our next system. We wake up tomorrow morning cold, but at least the wind is a little bit better. Feels like temperatures near 0 tomorrow, so it's a little better. But during the day, we're getting up to near 30. That's ahead of the next Clipper system, giving us more of these scattered snow showers. Not much snow accumulation out of that. So here's through this evening. Again, the target zone right there for another foot of snow right at the county line from Oswego, Jefferson, Lewis counties, and then lifting up towards Watertown. Some spots in Watertown could see as much as 8 to 12 inches of snowfall by this time tomorrow morning. And then we'll see at least a little bit of snow, not a ton, but at least a little bit for Wednesday into Thursday. The next Arctic front comes through Thursday afternoon. Temperatures go plunging down again. Today is just a precursor of what's coming this weekend. We're waking up Sunday morning, everyone below 0. Wind chills probably 20 below or colder. So very, very frigid air on the way with some limited lake effect happening on Monday.
Thank you, Kate. Right now it is
Storm Team Alert, certified as Central New York's most accurate.
Welcome back. We got another view of the radar with, I've been calling it the fire hose of lake effect snow going on here right off of Lake Ontario. Very heavy snowfall with snowfall rates as high as 2 to 3 inches per hour right at the Jefferson, Lewis, and Oswego County line. We also have some very heavy lake effect snow coming off of Lake Erie south of Buffalo. So traveling along I-90 down south of Buffalo, that's going to be a rough go. And we have a little bit of some light snow. This is actually as a result of Lake Erie happening south of Syracuse this morning. So here we go with forecast snowfalls, less than an inch for a lot of us from Route 20 and points south, but right here, that's our bullseye. About 6 to 12 inches has already fallen in these spots, about a foot or more. And so we'll see about another foot by the end of the day. And so by the time this is all wrapped up, even Watertown area could see as much as a foot of new snowfall tonight into tomorrow morning. Everyone is cold, though. Feels like temperatures in the single digits, both above and below 0. And there's a lot more cold air where that comes from. Tomorrow, Thursday, we kind of average out a little bit, and then some very cold air returning for the weekend. Saturday, only a high of 10 degrees. And then you factor in the wind. We have wind chills Saturday morning when you wake up, 20 to 25 below across the northeast. Brutally cold air as we're getting in on a piece of the polar vortex, and we're probably going to get in on that again at the end of next week. So these next few weeks, this is going to be good old classic winter for us with the cold air, the bitter cold wind chill temperatures that can be dangerously cold too once they get that bad, but also with these bouts of lake effect snow showers. So do what you can to stay warm, and also to make sure you don't get any frostbite. Make sure that you are nice and bundled up with all the layers.
perfect end to a perfect 16-0 season for the Hoosiers.
Which is interesting because we have alumnus from both schools in our newsroom. One you see every morning except for this morning. Ryan, he's not here. He's a Miami alum. But then our boss, our news director, and your reporter Alex, who you see on TV, they're both Hoosiers.
Yeah, so they'll be very excited today.
Yeah.
Or maybe even call out. We'll see.
I hope not. We need them today.
Yeah. Well, welcome in. It is 5:30. You got Rachel and Kate here with you. Keep an eye on the bottom of your screen because as we've been telling you, those school alerts are coming in. We just got one 2-hour delay for Pulaski, APW, Sandy Creek closed.
Sandy Creek, yeah.
Kate's not surprised by any of this. We're not seeing the snow here in Syracuse, but up north, it's a much different story.
Yeah, they are getting pounded with some pretty heavy lake effect. Right in the spot we were like, central northern Oswego, it's right at that county line. Sandy Creek's one of the spots that's really, really getting hit hard. Our weather watcher up there, he emailed me around 4 o'clock in the morning. He's like, about 7 inches, but then I just heard from him again. He's like, we got another 2 on top of that. So a lot of you in these areas, you're waking up close to a foot of snow, and then you're going to see another foot of snow before the day's over with. Just south of Buffalo, they got some heavy lake effect going on too. But yeah, you can see right zoning in on Sandy Creek, Boylston, just in southern Jefferson County, going up into Montague, and a really skinny line extending out into Herkimer County as well. And so there's this forecast map. So this is a 24-hour map this morning through mid-morning tomorrow, where you see the pinks and purples. That's about 1 to 2 feet of snow. So that is a lot of snow you're going to have to be pushing around for today. Oswego's pretty quiet as we look out over the port city. Very, very windy, though. It's cold. It's 14 degrees. Feels like 4 below in Syracuse. We have wind gusts well over 30 up to 40 miles per hour at times, which will make it feel sub-zero this morning and single digits this afternoon.
Thank you, Kate.
This is a Storm Team Alert, certified as Central New York's most accurate.
Well, this is live in Sandy Creek where the snow has been coming down in buckets, about 2 to 3 inches per hour all night long. We have totals approaching the 1 foot mark for a lot of you within the very heavy snow band, including here in Sandy Creek. Sandy Creek schools are closed for today, and we have numerous other schools that are coming in with at least delays across the area of the North Country and up in the North Country. So please be careful if you have to travel anywhere basically between Pulaski and Watertown. That's where you are going to run into the heaviest of this lake effect snow. So you can see on the radar, there's not much happening in Syracuse. We have some lighter snow showers coming off of Lake Erie, actually, along Route 20 and south between Lafayette and Cortland. That will be the case off and on throughout the day today. Syracuse, we're really not getting anything during the day, but it's right at the county line from Oswego to Jefferson County, from Sandy Creek to Boylston, just north of Redfield, right at that southern Jefferson County line. This is where the hot spot is going to be today with the higher snow totals and the highest snowfall rates, about 2-3+ inches per hour, slicing right across the National Weather Service radar in Montague, going all the way across into Herkimer County. And so this is where you're going to have the most reduced visibility and also the higher snow totals. Now, obviously, not everyone is getting that snow. When you're outside of that band, well, you're not going to get a lot of snow, but you cannot escape the wind chills. Temperatures today, the air temperature in the teens. It is cold, but it's also very windy. We've had that wind howling all night long, gusts over 30 miles per hour. That remains throughout the day today, which is going to make it feel like the single digits, both below and above freezing. So make sure you are bundling up. Of course, don't forget about the pets. So making sure everyone is staying safe and warm today. Our lake effect snow is going to continue just kind of right here throughout the day. It's not really moving from where it is at the moment. And you can see Syracuse and the thruways in a bit of a sweet spot. We actually get a lot of sunshine today. It's not going to help the temperatures, but any little bit of sun we can get this time of year is an added bonus. Down to the south, though, southern tier, Ithaca, Cortland, southern Finger Lakes, occasional light snow showers and cloud cover coming off of Lake Erie, but our wind chill temperatures remain in the single digits. Later on tonight, things begin to move. The wind flow changes a little bit, more to the southwest, so that's going to bring our lake effect up towards Watertown tonight, and so we'll pick up at least about 6 to 12 inches up there. And then things are going to get ready for the next system. We wake up tomorrow morning in the teens, highs tomorrow near 30 degrees, but more scattered snow showers kind of building in here, similar to what we had yesterday, where, you know, it would snow and sometimes it came down where it would stick on the ground, but it didn't really do a whole lot for us, but it was windy. I think we'll have a similar setup to that tomorrow. The Arctic front comes through Thursday. So here's snowfall. This is through tonight, right here. Another 1 to 2 feet, foot and a half by the end of the day. And then you can see by tomorrow morning, the Watertown area could see up to 6 to 12 inches of new snowfall. Just some lighter scattered snow showers, minimal accumulation happening, about 1 to 3 inches for Wednesday into Thursday. But the next blast of Arctic air starts Thursday night, and it's just going to engulf the Northeast with wind chills. 20 below at times Saturday morning with snow showers. Very, very cold. Sub-zero Sunday morning. Still cold throughout the day Sunday with snow showers and teens on Monday. Difficult for plows to really keep up. You need to be careful if you have to be out on the roads. You have near whiteout conditions, not only for how heavy the snow is falling, but also for how windy it is. We have a very blustery day for everyone, and so that wind blowing over the lake is what's really fueling this. Almost looks like a fire hose going on right at the county line from Oswego to Jefferson County, right on Sandy Creek and Boylston, going into Lewis County. This is where you guys are going to tack on. So this is not including about the foot of snow you've already had. So you'll see about another 1.5 feet during the day today. So that'll bring a lot of your grand totals 3 feet or more for parts of the Tug Hill by tomorrow morning. Outside of that, it's not really very snowy. And actually, here in Syracuse, we're in a sweet spot. I don't think we'll really see much of any snow. In fact, we should see a decent amount of sunshine today. It's not going to help those temperatures, though. It's very cold and it's very windy, so we're feeling like the single digits. Now, our temperatures kind of level out a bit tomorrow, but that's brief. We've got another round of Arctic air on the way. Look at these wind chills. By Saturday morning, we're feeling like 20 below for some of us. Woo-wee, that is cold with a capital C. Air temperature sub-zero. If we do that, which we probably will, it'll be the first time in over a year that we've had temperatures drop below zero. You got to go back to December 2024 since the last time we did that.
You know, it's a record I'm okay not breaking.
Yeah, we actually haven't broken a record low in like 5.5 years.
Oh my gosh.
So I don't think we'll do it this Sunday, but just something to keep in mind.
Well, how about this? The Indiana Hoosiers, 127-21 against the Miami Hurricanes.
Happening now.
The political blame game is heating up. The Justice Department is investigating after anti-ICE protesters disrupted a church service in Minnesota. Federal officials calling it intimidation.
RTV Syracuse, the local station. You're watching the morning news.
Good morning. It is 6 o'clock. Rachel Polanski here with you. Ryan has the morning off. It is Tuesday, January 20th. We are in storm team alert this morning. We might not be seeing too much of the snow here in Syracuse, but up north in the Tug Hill area, it is a much different story. Take a look here. Our photographer, Anthony Vecchio in Sandy Creek, where it has been snowing non-stop. Kate is tracking it all for us. And Kate, that is a lot of snow. I think you said 3 inches an hour. Is that what you said?
Yeah. Easily snowfall rates 2 to 3 inches per hour. And so a lot of those spots, they've already clocked in probably, if not a foot more than that overnight and still coming down. And you'll probably see at least another foot by the end of the day. And so let's take a look at the radar. We have just some lighter snow showers along and just south of Route 20 between about Lafayette and Cortland. Very heavy snowfall going on south of Buffalo. But for us here in central New York, it's right at that Oswego and Jefferson County line. Sandy Creek has been the hot zone for this, extending up into Montague with some very heavy snowfall. So a very rough go between Pulaski, Adams, and Watertown along 81. So if you do have to travel through there, please be careful. You're going to be entering some whiteout conditions right at that county border. So a lot of you have already seen a foot of snow. You'll see probably at least another foot and a half by the end of the day through tomorrow morning. I am anticipating this to lift up north towards Watertown later tonight. Port City, Oswego, you're pretty quiet right now. Your snow is all just north of you. You have temperatures in the teens, but it is a very gusty wind outside, which is making it feel like it's below zero. We're going to keep some very bitterly cold temperatures throughout the day today. That's just the beginning. It's getting even colder this weekend. I'll have more on that in a few minutes.
Okay, we'll be following that.
This is a Storm Team Alert, certified as Central New York's most accurate.
All right, hey, good morning. I don't know who that was. They're braving the snow this morning in Sandy Creek. Our photographer, Anthony Vecchio, is certainly braving the elements for us to show you what 2 to 3 inch per hour snowfall rate looks like. They've clocked in close to, if not a foot of snow overnight and still coming down. Right at the Oswego and Jefferson County line is where the snow has been coming down really hard all night. And so that's where we're going to clock in upwards of 2 to 3 feet or more. Some spots could even end up with 4 feet by the time this is all wrapped up tomorrow morning. Another cool thing that's happened, though, and even I've heard from some of you that it's even still somewhat ongoing if you can get a nice clear view looking northbound. The Northern Lights really put on a great show last evening, especially around like 6:15, 6:30 last night. We had a G5 storm. That's pretty big. So there's going to be Northern Light photos all over your news feed for today. But in case you missed it, well, there you go. Here's Watertown. We've had some light snow kind of coming down. The heaviest of the snow has been just south of you, but you can see that the plows are out because we have been seeing some light to moderate snowfall. We've had a little bit of some light snow, so I do think we're going to keep this up for a lot of the day. Not really accumulating, but some lighter snow showers off of Lake Erie between Lafayette and Cortland. But let's take a look what's going on up north. Sandy Creek, you are in, extending over right along the county line, just north of Boylston and over towards Redfield, slicing through the National Weather Service radar in Montague and extending into the Adirondacks of Herkimer and Hamilton counties. Now, of course, not everyone gets the snow, but everyone is very cold today. We have air temperatures in the teens, feels like temperatures sub-zero this morning, single digits this afternoon. We've had a very gusty wind. Our wind's been howling at about 30, 40 miles per hour at times overnight. If it was garbage morning for you, you want to keep an eye on those recyclables. They might be down the street a little bit. Here we go with this lake effect. This is a little too far south. This needs to be jogged up just about like 10 miles north, but we're going to keep it right here throughout the day today. Syracuse, Thruway, we're in a bit of a sweet spot. Look at this. We got a nice slice of sunshine right on top of us because we have cloud cover and some snow from Lake Erie, and then the really heavy stuff from Lake Ontario staying right here. And so Syracuse, we're like, okay, we'll take the sun, even though it's 15 degrees outside. At least we have a little bit of sunshine outside. So you definitely want to have your sunglasses with you. This lake effect is going to slowly lift north. Our wind shifts around a little bit, and it's going to mostly impact the Watertown area overnight through tomorrow morning. So easily 6 to 12 inches in this area tonight through tomorrow morning. We clear the sky up briefly overnight too, so that allows those temperatures to drop single digits, teens again tomorrow morning. But during the daytime tomorrow should be a little bit better, closer to 30 degrees for those highs. But that's because we're getting ready for another clipper. We're literally going to redo this whole process all over again with these scattered snow showers on Wednesday, highs near 30. We'll have the actual Arctic front itself coming through on Thursday. Temperatures hovering around 30, but then we're going to get in on some of these snow squalls on Thursday afternoon, and our air is going to turn very cold behind this. So snowfall for today, again, there's like nothing for Syracuse. This is through 7 o'clock tonight, but then through 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, you can see Watertown's in that pink area. And so some of you are going to clock in close to 4 feet of snow. All right, let's go back to talking about the cold air, because on Friday morning, we're waking up in the teens, and we are only in the teens during the day, with more lake effect forming, probably in the same spot it is right now. Over the weekend, very, very, very cold Arctic air. Saturday morning, single digits sub-zero, but wind is going to be an issue. So wind chills 10 to 20 below Saturday morning. Air temperatures below zero on Sunday for the first time in over a year. And still cold on Monday with teens. And this cold air is sticking around. There's like more of it coming next week too. So we're very much in the dead of winter right now.
All right, Here we go. Well, let's move on to our question of the day. The Hoosier.
This is a Storm Team Alert, certified as Central New York's most accurate.
Alrighty, we're looking right now out the radar with still this very heavy band of lake effect snow. It has been hanging out between Pulaski and Watertown with the real heavy stuff happening right over the county line. So please, please be careful if you have to go anywhere on Route 11, 81, in between Pulaski and Watertown for today. If you got to go southbound, south of Syracuse, between about the Lafayette exits and Cortland, you'll run into a little bit of light snow. Not really going to accumulate much, but you'll see some flakes flying around coming off of Lake Erie. Syracuse is in a sweet spot. We're really not getting any snow today. In fact, we're actually going to get some sunshine. So we're in the best spot of all this if you do not want the snow. If you want the snow, I know the snowmobilers are like, yes, bring it on. Keep dumping the snow. They're going to see another foot and a half in the next 24 hours, maybe up to another 2 feet of snow on top of the foot they've already had. Here's also something everyone is dealing with, the wind. On my way in this morning, it is trash day in my neighborhood, so it was like real life Mario Kart. I had a couple of recycling bins I had to kind of maneuver around in my neighborhood. Wind gusts have been over 30 and 40 miles per hour overnight. Still very blustery today, with those wind chills feeling like the single digits. And of course, it's going to get even colder for this weekend too. So get ready. Yes, winter is very much here and it's settling in.
Bundle up. The Indiana Hoosiers winning their first national championship. 15-0 season for the Hoosiers. I guess that really isn't quite the perfect ending if you're a Miami fan.
I was going to say, that's why Ryan's not here today. He's a Miami alum. But we have 2 Hoosier alums in our newsroom, too, so I'm sure they're going to be pretty happy.
Yeah, I think there will be some celebrations taking place. Well, good morning to you. Welcome in. It is 6:30. Got Rachel and Kate here with you this morning. We want you to keep an eye on the bottom of your screen because those school alerts are coming in for Oswego County. A handful of 2-hour delays, even a closure in Sandy Creek. We're not seeing much of that snow here in Syracuse, but it's a much different story.
We're going to get sun here.
Again, it's just location elevation.
Exactly. Location is the key thing for today. Oh, here we go.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's a big snowblower. Now, see, those are the kind of things you need when you live in Sandy Creek. If you don't have one of those, then you are doing life wrong. if you live in those areas, I mean, you need the big guns like that. And so that they are out because, well, they've already seen about a foot of snow overnight, and you guys are not even close to being done. You will still have a full day of snow ahead. The snowfall rates, it's been coming down anywhere up to 2 to 3 inches per hour. So it's going to be a long day to clear out the snow. Yeah, you're going to need those heavy-duty blowers for today. If you live south of Syracuse along Route 20 to Cortland, you'll get in on a little bit of some light snow today, actually coming off of Lake Erie. Syracuse, we're in a bit of a sweet spot between the 2 bands. The real heavy stuff, though, is right there. You can see Sandy Creek just on the fringe of Pulaski, right into the heart of the Tug Hill. That's where we've already seen a foot of snow and counting. We'll see an additional 1 to 2 feet in the next 24 hours before things kind of ease up a little bit for tomorrow. Oswego, you're good too. It's all north of you, so you're not really getting anything today as well. 13 degrees. It feels like 6 below right now. It is very cold. It's very windy. We're going to feel like the single digits throughout the day today.
Thank you, Kate.
Alert, certified as Central New York's most accurate.
Good morning. Oh, I hope he's having fun. Burning some calories this morning, shoveling a foot of snow. Good morning. I don't know his name, but hopefully he's doing all right out there. And there's a plow going on by. This is Sandy Creek. Oh, I didn't catch what he said. I'm watching real quick. Yeah. Well, you know what? He is doing some good work out there, shoveling out the sidewalk, shoveling out the stairway there. That's probably a handicap ramp too. So thank you, sir, for your service this morning. We appreciate you. We loved all the people that sent us in some really great photos of the Northern Lights. You probably didn't catch it, but we had an incredible G5 storm, which is as big as you can really get. Amazing. The sky lit up if you were able to catch breaks among the clouds. Diane did out over Oneida Lake. So this was one of the great photos with the stars. Absolutely incredible. There are a ton of photos on my Facebook page. If you don't follow me, do so. Meteorologist Kate Thorne, you'll see a whole bunch there that other people got. I was trying to find it this morning on our Skynet 9 cameras, but I really couldn't. But I did find a really nice sunrise in the making. This is the Cappy Skynet 9 camera in Syracuse. We're pretty quiet, but we are pretty cold. It's 13 degrees, and it feels like 6 below right now. We have a very gusty wind from the airport, over 30 miles per hour, and it's from the west. That west wind is keeping lake effect going. We have a little bit of some light lake effect happening along Route 20 and south through Cortland off of Lake Erie. Syracuse Thruway, we're not really getting any snow today. Actually, we're going to get some sunshine. That'll be nice. But as soon as you go up north, once you get into northern Oswego County, right at the county line with Jefferson County, Sandy Creek, that's where our photographer Anthony was. That is just where it has been coming down in buckets. Snowfall rates as high as 2 to 3 inches per hour. They've already seen a foot of snow, and they'll pick up another 1 to 2 feet of snow in the next 24 hours. And so please be careful in that region. Also, everyone needs to be careful with how cold the temperatures are. We're in the teens, but it's those feels like temperatures, the wind chills. We are sub-zero this morning and single digits throughout the day. So make sure you're dressing in layers. Of course, don't forget about your pets. You know, you don't want to leave them outside for too long because they can also get frostbite as well. All right, so on our timecast, this is a little too far south. Picture this about 10 more miles north, and so we're figuring right about there. Our lake effect continues. It's just going to be going on all day long. While that's happening, We have some clouds and a little bit of snow to our south. A nice slice of sunshine right over Syracuse and the Thruway. So have your sunglasses today and really bundle up. The lake effect continues all day today. Overnight, it starts to move. Our wind direction shifts a little bit more southwesterly. So it's going to make a trip up towards Watertown, producing about 6 to 12 inches there overnight, while the rest of us get really cold single digits again tomorrow morning. During the day tomorrow, though, we're getting ready for the next system. So we have another clipper moving on through tomorrow, just some lighter snow showers, temperatures near 30 degrees. So yeah, tomorrow morning, this is for tonight, I should say, this is about another 1 to 2 feet. By tomorrow morning, that's going to lift up towards Watertown. So being very, very careful about that. Tomorrow's clipper is kind of lingering into Thursday. Thursday afternoon, the Arctic cold front, the next one, swings through. We kind of do this all over again with the lake effect on Friday. Very, very cold this weekend. Saturday morning, single digit sub-zero. Wind chills 10 to 20 below zero that morning. It is going to be very, very cold. It's been a minute since we felt that kind of bitter cold around here.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it.
Yeah.
All right, SU men's basketball team will play Virginia Tech at the Dome tomorrow after a devastating loss against BC over the weekend. Tip-off is at 9 in the morning. Here's Kate with one last look at this frigid forecast.
Yeah, just a few minutes ago, we had a stunning view from our tower cam where you could see the sunrise, but the lake effect snow coming in, that's actually from Lake Erie of what is south of the city this morning. It's 12 degrees at the airport, wind gusts around 30 miles per hour, which makes it feel like 7 below. It is a very cold, frigid, and for some of you, snowy start to the day. We just saw Sandy Creek. Those snowfall rates have been upwards of 2-3 inches per hour. They've already had more than a foot of snow overnight, and they'll probably pick up at least another foot of snow during the day today and another overnight before things kind of wind down. Here's where it's really been coming down. You really need to be careful. Any traveling or driving between Pulaski and Watertown today, you are going to hit some near whiteout conditions right at the county border. Upwards of 2 feet of snow today, tonight, and tomorrow. That's a lot of snow.
All right.
Holy moly, look at that.
Coming down. We'll see you later.